Well, hello and Happy New Year. Yes, this is my room without the very pretty background. This is just me and my playing room. You can see the doorway behind. I don't know, you might see what I call the adult mouse in my house. My son walked past. I hope you're all well. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year. Got a little bit to talk about today. I wanted to just see how you all are. If you've recovered from your New Year's. Oh, look at all these cool little things here. All right. And look, I'm feeling a bit yuck today, but strangely enough, I just tend to overdo it. And I get myself a little bit too excited and I just overdo it. And I start things and I just run out of energy to finish them. So, I get really cross at myself because I haven't done it. So I want to talk about, wow, I don't know whether anyone saw anything to do with Michelle the other day, but she was high as a kite, in my opinion. And she talked about all sorts of things. She was threatening other creators. She wanted to box a couple of them. She wanted to, apparently she's talking about going back into her old business. Hello, Terry C. Katie Joy has had a big argument on social media with one of the roll-offs. And apparently wanted him to know that she studied Spanish. And yeah, lots of different things have happened. For those of us in Australia, there was big controversy in the Big Bash last night. Whether it was a great catch, I don't know whether it should have been. I think possibly should have been. I don't know whether it should have been out or not. There's been, at the moment, it's trying very hard to rain. Yes, we're in summer. It's very humid. And of course, there's the funeral for Pope Benedict is going to be this week as well. So that's big news. So, and of course, there's been another big China COVID outbreak in China. And they've just brought in the rules now that you have to test negative to enter Australia from China. And you may be interested to know that Novak Djokovic, if you remember last year, he was banned because he wasn't vaccinated. He couldn't play in the US either because he wasn't vaccinated. He has entered Australia and is currently preparing for the Australian Open. I have feelings about that. I'm still very much considering that lots of workplaces still have vaccine mandates. I don't see why you can enter Australia not vaccinated when you actually have to be vaccinated in a lot of cases. I know technically they've been removed, but a lot of employment places are actually still asking for you to be vaccinated, and there is stuff going through the courts now to try and prove or disprove that. So I've got some clip channels, of course, have grabbed the antics of Michelle. So this is really unbelievable. So this is somebody called I See What You Can't. If you haven't seen this clip channel, they definitely do it. So in this one, I watched some of this. Actually, I was watching it through another creator who was streaming it. I was absolutely shocked. And I actually reported the video for violence, but it was still up. And this is what I don't understand, is how you can make threats, violent threats on YouTube, and not be held accountable. So let's have a look at this. So this is I See What You Can't. So if you want to subscribe to I See What You Can't, I will put a link to the channel in my description, but let's have a look at this.
A certain creator called and had like 50 something people call. Snozberry, you are a piece of shit. You have no backbone. You hide under the curtails of every single creator. You're a piece of shit. So, first off, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself tenfold.
So this was live. This was live. This is what she said on a live. And this, as I said, this was clipped. And I'm really surprised that YouTube allows this.
You have said you want to punch me in the face. You tell me where you want to meet me. Seriously. We'll hire a boxing ring and we'll have this shit sponsored. Because I would love to kick your fucking ass.
She's got this fascination, in my opinion, with money. Everything's about money. You'll see in a clip a bit later on that it's all about money. She's all about views.
Do you understand? I would love to beat the ever-loving shit out of you. Beat you so bad that you can't get up off the fucking ground.
Now, seriously, is this stuff that should be allowed on YouTube? Isn't this violence?
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I didn't say I'm going to. I said I would love to beat the ever-loving fucking shit out of you. Correct? With boxing gloves. Or we could just tape our hands and go MMA style. You stupid, fat, disgusting bitch.
Wow, hey?
There's going to be a lot of changes in 2023.
I love that. She said there's going to be a lot of changes in 2022, 2023. So she's confused.
How's about we set a little pay-per-view YouTube channel? Because I would like to get in the ring with you and beat the ever-loving shit out of you. Who do you think you are? You fat, nasty, sit on your ass all fucking day and talk shit about people on YouTube. I'm gonna take her dogs away from her because she's so mean to her dogs. Oh, poor Jay, poor Lola, everybody, call animal control, call the cops, call the Humane Society. She's so awful. She punches and kicks her dogs. Fuck you, stupid, lying fucking cunt.
Yes, this is triggering. She has gone off the... I mean, she had... and she streamed for over 12 hours, I think. 12 hours. She was streaming, and this was New Year's Eve. Somebody called Snozberry Surprise. Tracy? It's here, Snozberry Surprise. But what I'm saying, my point is that for me, this is violence. This is threat of violence. And I know that multiple people were reporting it live as it was happening, and it was still up. I reported it myself. I wrote to, and this is still allowed up. Now she's wondering why she's not getting monetized. This might be the reason.
You had everyone call Animal Control, the Humane Society, and the fucking cops for 3 days.
Now, people were calling the police people were calling the police regarding her drinking and driving. But, you know, I don't believe that it was I don't believe it was, I mean, I didn't, but it was, you know, people were concerned. But if you're concerned about something that you see, you should be able to... People were doing that. Oops. Oh, come on. My computer is not very happy, as you can see. So I'm sorry about that. Oh yeah, you can see all my there.
To try to take my dogs. I've already got a foster set up for Jake and Lola. I'm gonna fly them across the country. Cunt. You cunt. And I'll make sure when I get Lola and Jake adopted out that they stay together because they love each other. Who the fuck do you think you are? You can't take care of yourself. You look like shit. You won't even cam out, dumbass. You won't even cam up, you nasty shit. You wanted to take my dogs? I want to take your teeth. Let's tape our hands like MMA and let's hit a ring. Do you know how much money? You're all about money, Snoz. Do you know how much money we could make? Do you know how much money we could make in super chats? It would be the fight of the year.
So yesterday, so in that live stream, there was another creator that got a super chat of $100, and she carried on and she asked all their subs to cash app her so that she could beat that that creator. And then she was saying that she has to get a job, and so it's going to cost her money. So she wants it, and she also bragged that her subs also paid for her traffic fine that they paid her. They gave her, it was $154 fine, and they gave her $180. So her subscribers are giving her money, and in my opinion, enforcing the behaviour.
I'm only 107 pounds. You say I look like a meth head. You say I'm an alcoholic and I drink all the time. Well, hey, if I'm on meth and I'm weak and I'm 107 pounds and I'm drunk all the time, hey, should be really easy to knock me out, right? You joke about me being roundhouse kick girl and you say I can't throw a roundhouse kick. Well, let's get in the ring.
Out of my face, or I'm gonna roundhouse your ass.
Snaz, you're like one of the biggest awful panel hoppers. Ready? Let's address you, Snaz. 2003 is going to be 23 is going to be
2003. So she was really fired. She had no idea.
2003 is going to be
2003. See, have a listen. 2003.
Address you, Snaz. 2003 is going to be 23 is going to be a really different year for Michelle. I've got so much to talk about. Snaz, I want your ass. I legitimately want your ass. I want you bad. For what you did.
I think one of the most concerning things I heard Terry say was that she talks about, I mean, as I said, I've been resting, so I was watching some of this. I was watching this through another creator who was showing it, and of course, and one of the biggest things that concerned me is that to be a mod on her page, you actually have to give your name, your phone number, your address, and a whole pile of personal details. Now, that bothers me so much because that gives her ammunition that if you ever did the dirty on her, she would dox you. I mean, she's done it. She's likely to do it, and I have issues with that. So, you should be able to be a mod on a page and not have to worry about having your privacy taken away from you.
To me, with Jake and Lola stalking at Bad Bath and Beyond. See, when I went to Columbus, I want you. I want you. I want you. You want to say you want to punch me in the throat? You want to cost me?
I don't think so. I mean, Terry, it's an interesting one because if, for example, you were going to pay your mods and they were going to be like employees or contractors and you wanted to have a contract, I could see how that could possibly work. I could see why you could do that. But if your mods are volunteers and they're not getting paid and they mod when they're available, then I don't know how you can do that.
Say you want to punch me in the nose and punch me in the mouth? Let's set a date. Legitimately. Let's plan this. Oh no. Plan it, Snaz. Legitimately. Plan it. I know everybody would pay money to see it. Let's find a gym, Snaz. Thank you, Jim. Snaz, let's find a gym between here and your house. I will fly in. We will set a private channel on YouTube with a code.
I swear sometimes she thinks she's on OnlyFans, because some of the stuff that she talks about is stuff that you would do on OnlyFans. And yes, for some reason I know about OnlyFans. I know that is a pay-per-view and you can essentially do whatever you like. I mean, when she was dressed up and trying to, when she was talking about her ex-husband and, like she was trying to get him back by showing how beautiful she was and stuff like that. I mean, that would be stuff that you'd put on OnlyFans.
Like a pay-per-view thing. I'm not messing with you. Put your money where your mouth is. Because I'm going to address a whole bunch of other people. But Snaz, if you want to punch me in the face, if you want to knock my teeth in, if you want to punch me in the throat, let's set it up. Let's do a YouTube pay-per-view, private channel. People have to drop money in there. Drop money in there to even get in the channel. Let's set it up, Snaz. You want to kick my ass? Let's go. Let's see how fat and out of shape your really ass is. I bet you I'll get 4 to 5 punches in before you can even raise your hand. Want to bet? I'll show you what a fake stunt double I am. I'll show you what a real ass is.
Look at this. See this? See that? There's no hair under here, bro. Okay? What's the significance of that? It makes me...
Now, she's also set up a Patreon and you can pay money, and she was talking about it, and apparently she's got certification in fitness and she was going to do diets and everything, but then people were saying, well, and then apparently she's going to do these exercises with Patreons, and then they said, well, I can't do these exercises, and then she started to criticize people for being fat, and she says, oh, I know, you've got to be able, she wants everyone to buy this $200 piece of equipment. Now, I worked several years as a personal trainer, and I'm telling you, I can get you fit with no equipment. You don't need equipment. So now that my health issues are sorting out and my iron levels are hopefully going to come back up and I'm going to have energy again, I may be able to get back into my fitness training again, and we can do that. I used to do my specialty is functional training, so that's helping people function in their everyday life, particularly the elderly.
When I fight, I can take danger.
Listen, Oz, put your money where your mouth is if you want to fight me. Seriously. Not YouTube, a private URL that you have to pay to unlock. Yes, Monkey Mar. Look, Monkey Mar's even telling me how to do it, Snaz. Come on. You want a piece of me? Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so that was I See What You Can't. So that was one part of the live. Then we're going to look at several parts of the live that she did, because as I said, there was 12 hours, and there were different levels of this. There was several different, and she was saying to everyone that they needed to give her cash apps because she was going to take them out for a drive. She wanted to take them out for the fireworks, but she didn't realize the fireworks were at 9:00. And so at midnight, she goes for a drive, and there's no fireworks. And it was she's saying, well, you've got to give me a super chat because I'm taking you to see the fireworks. Hello, Kay. Yeah, it was pretty, it's pretty bad. Look, I have to say she is she's giving me something to talk about between her and Katie Joy, because I want to look at Katie Joy too. Hello, Angela. I guess you've been hit hard by the death of Pope, by the former Pope. It's really strange saying the former Pope because usually it is the death of the Pope when we get the new Pope. So, okay, so let's look at Aus. What I see, what you can't. Yes, apparently the fireworks started at 9, and she says, I remember, because she goes, I wondered what that noise was. I wondered what that noise was. Yeah.
So I am not prescribed Xanax long term.
Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to get the channel up. Right, so we're going to go to videos. Hello, Doom. I know she is off her rocker. I want. So that was her having a go. That apparently she's going to go back into her escorting work. She's Katie Joy. Well, yes. So let's have a look at. So again, this is I see what you can't. There's a few click channels. There's a few channels that get her that have followed that do snip her. Yes, I did see that. I did see the rat video that she said it was her dog. But you know what, Doom? See, this is what happens. See, what happens when you're having to rest is you watch all these stupid videos, and so sometimes I just look for who's live when I'm doing stuff, and often she's live. And I saw that she refers to Richard. So she refers to Richard the rat because she works. I mean, she's commented on my video again. She told me that to guess again. But as I said, she told us yesterday, or she told us, it was revealed yesterday that her mods paid for her traffic fine. So as I said, they just... Look, I have something funny. All right. So now we're going to look at Taylor Love. Now, Taylor is the name of her daughter, just to put this into context.
I was an escort. Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
So she was an escort. I'm unfortunate in that community because I've seen, yeah.
And I own that. I made $500 an hour. I made $10,000 a month. How do you like that? How do you like that? I surely didn't see shitty people.
So she reckons she was earning $500 an hour. I did. Yes, I think one of the click channels has got that. I've got to find that. That was funny, I have to say. That was funny. I haven't watched her. Yes, Terry. That's a whole saga, Terry. None of her kids are with her. But I don't watch her cooking shows because but she was talking about diets and everything, and then and I thought, well, I've just seen her cook everything in sticks of butter. So
I surely see shitty people. Also, CEOs of companies, casino owners, lawyers, doctors. Because you know what? This pussy isn't golden. You kind of have to have it here. You kind of have to have personality. And escorts are not prostitutes. They escort people to dinners, parties. You have to have brains. You have to dress nice, and you have to actually have a personality.
I missed that part. Oh boy. Oh, Michelle, I didn't realize it was so funny.
You ain't got no style, motherfucker. As a matter of fact, I was working when I met him, and I was making about 10 grand a month. But I was honest with him. We dated for like a month, and I said, I need to tell you this. And I was very honest with him. And at first, he thought it was really cool. He thought it was really, really, really cool. because I was very honest with him, because I didn't want to lie to him, because I made a mistake and I lied to my guy I was dating before, right?
Oh, yes, and sticks of butter and Tito's. Is it Tito's? Is that how they pronounce Tito's? Yeah, I've seen how she cooks, and yeah, I have to say, I air fry most things. If it can go in the air fryer, it gets cooked in the air fryer. Oh, and don't forget her canned veggies. I like my fresh. I like my fresh.
No problem with it until after we got married. After we got married, I was a whore. I was a piece of shit. Blah 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 blah. Never cheated on him ever.
Now, what's really interesting is that I know that somebody had done her divorce documents, and it said that one of the things is that they weren't to talk about each other publicly. And she talks about him all the time. Qualify her because she doesn't seem to qualify. Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Never cheated on him. Yes, I've met a lot of interesting people because I was in the movie industry, and that's kind of how I got into it. I actually. No. No, I was in my late 30s, early 40s. But let me tell you, I've got a rockin' fucking body.
that needs to be her profile pic for the escort site. Oh dear. Oh.
I still have a rockin' body.
Yeah, but you smoke. I can't. You stink of cigarette smoke.
So if people want to talk shit about me, I'll be really honest with you guys. They pulled up my profile. I'll post my damn profile. You think scummy, nasty people are going to pay $500 an hour for an escort? Because I wasn't a prostitute. Let me tell you something. I don't have golden pussy. That's what she said. Think about it. You're a guy, Keith. Seriously. Let's be real.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you, to Doom. So, as I said, this is on her live. People, this was on New Year's Eve.
If it was somebody that's kind of really hot and mentally stimulating, for real, Keith, you don't have to answer the question. But how long can a man last?
As I said, this conversation should be on OnlyFans.
With somebody that's straight? See, because I really don't know too many people that with an intelligent, beautiful, seductive woman. I've never been with anybody that's lasted more than 15 minutes. I need 2 men on this. That's what she said. No time. What you did. No time.
How I see what you can't stun here is very, very clever. I don't know. I don't know, Terry. That's a good question, hey?
Is my pussy golden? 15 minutes for $500?
Hello, Cal. This is another interesting YouTuber, and what is her problem? Her problem is she wants to be famous, Cal. She was actually screaming one day in a shop and the store asked her to stop filming, and she goes, "But I'm a YouTuber."
Damn, that's some good pussy. No, I was an escort. I was not a prostitute. I'm damn proud of my pictures. I've gone all over the world. My overnight rates were $2,500 a night.
So here's the question. She reckons she's going to go back into escorting. Would you pay $2,500 a night for this?
I've dated casino owners. I've dated real estate moguls. I've dated some of the big...
It's moguls. Have a listen to her pronunciation. Remember she talked about intelligence? Have a listen.
I've dated real estate moguls.
It's moguls.
I've dated some of the biggest attorneys around the country. One of them is in California, and he's like the top 10 superpower attorneys in the country. So, do you want to talk shit about me?
Yes, Cal, this is the drink driver. Yes, it is. That is the drink driver. And apparently, Cal, she's doubled back and said it was apple juice she was drinking. Apparently, she put apple juice in the thing. And this is the thing. This is a dumpster fire. And you can't, it's one of those ones you just can't stop watching. She was popping beer tops and drinking and driving. Thought if she got pulled over, she'd say, I'm a YouTuber trolling. Yes, that's what she was going to say.
Do you want to know why I'm so stuck on myself? I wonder why. When you make $10,000 cash in a fucking month, come at me, bitches.
So there you go.
The good guys.
She makes $10,000 a month. So she's talking about that. So Taylor is the name of her daughter, who lives with the father. I don't believe she was married to that man. She had several kids to several fathers, I believe. So, and then she's going to talk about what an escort is. But yeah, it's just, ugh. If you search her, you get lots of click channels. But she was, in my opinion, she was off her rocket last night. We'll just pull up her channel here. Let's see how long she streamed for, because, and as I said, when I last looked, the video was still up and there was threats and everything in it. Oh, she's going to do another live coming up tomorrow. 11 hours and 52 minutes. 11 hours, 52 minutes and 34 seconds. She streamed 20 hours ago. 16 hours ago, she streamed 3 hours, 48 minutes and 3 seconds. 3 hours ago, she streamed 1 hour, 41 minutes and 16 seconds. 5 hours ago, 2 hours, 51 minutes and 39 seconds. And then this was 52 minutes ago. She streamed for 2 hours, 10 minutes and 44 seconds. And she's got another one coming up. So this is the drink driving stuff here. So, yeah. Well, she also talked about how she needs to get a job because she maintains that because the house is under her husband's name, that come May, that she won't lose the house. But my understanding is that she had to buy out the house. And if she doesn't buy out the house, it gets sold. That's according to the divorce. I mean, that's how it happens. That's my understanding of what happens. As I said, I'm happy to be wrong, but from what I've seen, that's how it works. So let's go to our other little lovely person. She got a new Mercedes. She got a new Beamer. Sorry. And the other thing is, anyone see the Sister Wives? I have to watch it a certain way because I don't get it in Australia. So to actually keep up with it, I actually have to watch it. And I thought it was very telling that Cody wouldn't answer a question. So she has gone on to Jacob Roloff, Katie Joy. So now we're going on to Katie Joy, our other little dumpster fire, because she's got into a bit of a debate. Oh, here she is with her car. So she's finally got a car for their family that will fit all of the equipment. Look at that. So there you go. So she's got here Jacob Roloff, Cuban dictator Fidel Castro. So she's shared all of that. Now, what's interesting is that she got into a bit of an argument with him here. Yeah. So she says, are you going to ignore all Cubans in this thread that have shared the horror they endured, or are they not real to you? I'm not sure how that's a response to your insane claim above, but no, I'm not going to just randomly engage anyone with a problem with this extremely normal take. Castro was better than Badisia and the US was bad for Cuba. The CIA heavily funded anti-communist groups in southern Florida during the Cold War and sponsored the bungled bays of pigs and tried and failed to kill Castro literally hundreds of times. Just hilarious. People treat it like the US is Captain America pure and Castro is Dr. Doom. Baby brain analysis, folks. She replies, wow, you will not listen to actual Cubans that were there and lived through this. You are something. Of course, they were anti-communism. Communism regimes deny human freedoms, political freedom, religious freedoms, and civil liberty. What rabbit hole swallowed you? He says, this is just boilerplate red scare stuff. Almost all of what I'm seeing from you is just repeating sensationalized State Department reports. If anyone in this thread is willing to change, just look into historical materialism. It will lead you out of thinking of politics like a Marvel movie. She says, I have a degree in Spanish, Latin American culture. I lived in Spain, a country that was a dictatorship under Franco. I lived there and learnt the aftermath about what these leaders do with their people. I interned and worked with women who fled dictators, guerrilla warfare, and drug cartels. Wait on. So I just... in Central and South America. I've spent my entire adult life understanding their culture, not some state BS as you claim. Your tone and arrogance is astounding. Given that people in this thread lost family to Castro's regime, lost their homes, lost their friends, have lived in Cuba with nothing under his control. He's not a hero. You are about as woke as a QAnon person that believes elite pedophiles are murdering babies. And it says, please read this and expand your knowledge of Cuban history. Perhaps seek out Cubans who fled atrocities. There is so much CIA interference, I can't hear you. But if you want to send me to Havana, I would be so owned and educated. Start a GoFundMe. So I said, I don't know what started this, but she's got involved. So there's that one. So then there's this one. Not following how dictators have anything inherently to do with communism, unless you're repeating the State Department line. As I've mentioned, there is messiness to the Cuban expat community stretching back to the 50s. CIA is pumping the propaganda and funding terrorism, sponsoring the Bay of Pigs invasion. If someone's grandfather was a successful plantation owner under the Batista, that's a good thing. That economic reality drastically changed. Again, Castro better than Batista, US bad for all. Then she says, are you going... Yeah. So It's a that's her thread. So he says this is just boilerplate red scare stuff. Almost all of what I'm seeing from you is just repeating sensationalized State Department. Oh yes, I think I read that one, didn't I? Yes, but yes, she's got a degree in Spanish. So there you go. So she's got into an argument. As I'm not going to get into the political argument of that, but I just find it very interesting though that she's flexing her, she's flexing stuff. I think she's just repeated what she had there. Yeah. I know that I saw something else that said that he said that she was a gossip channel, that he knew that she focused on gossip, and he understood that facts weren't her things, which I thought was a rather interesting thing to say. Yeah, so anyway, that's what Katie Joy's been up to. So getting into a disagreement. So between Katie Joy and Michelle, the weirdness on the weirdness scale, it's crazy. I mean, Michelle's got 5.34 thousand subs, 5,000 subs, over 5,000 subs, and that is quite scary. Even Roadhog has got onto the Michelle Sabotage. He's 7M. The 7M stuff goes to court. Everybody's getting onto Michelle Sabotage. Welsh Rose has done a video. Like if you do Michelle Sabotage, I'll answer your question in a minute, Terry C. I mean, so if you do a search for it, everyone's getting onto it. So you've got here. There's the Kool-Aid channel. There is Snake in the Grass. Is another one that's a clip channel. There is Penelope's now taking a sabbatical. Savage has covered her. Roadhog's even started. I know. There's Welsh Rose. Everyone's getting cool. I call it as it is. Oh, look, me. Jenny Jen. There is. Yeah, I see what you can't. So. And Michelle's drunk driving has caused all sorts of problems. Yes. Katie Joy did get a new car. She did get a new car. Just keep it real. Now, interestingly, there's this. This is interesting. Paul Burrell, who was the butler for Princess Di, has come out and slammed Meghan for comparing herself to Diana, and was very harsh at Harry and said that Diana would be absolutely heartbroken. So to answer your question, Terry, it's not until it's interesting because there's a pre-trial conference. I can show you that clip, but he was saying that Diana would be absolutely devastated by what's gone on, and that there's no comparison between what Megan's going through and what Diana went through, which was very, very. I'm not a father, but I still feel the rage that MS are not covering that are drastically affecting young kids these days, and it needs to be called out with social media trends. Yes. Well, the media, yeah, it's. I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, as I said, Michelle isn't monetized. That's the only good thing about it, is that she's not monetized. She's not getting any money for what she's doing, for what she's done. All right. So this is the case here. So this is the information that we've got. So it says the pre-trial hearing is on the 27th of the 3rd at 9 a.m. That's the only thing that's appearing in here. This is the judicial termination. There was a Zoom call between the parties that was supposed to talk about discovery and everything. So none of the dates have changed. So at this stage, I guess things are ploughing on, but there's been no decision from Her Honour. She's still taken it under advisement. She's got 90 days, and that is going to be pushing it very close to pre-trial, in my opinion. So my thoughts are, I've got two. I mean, there's two things on here. Either she's accepted that there needs to be more time for discovery, and so that was discussed and all put into play at the hearing, or she's going to give the default judgment, because Her Honour doesn't seem to be concerned that the dates have to be shifted, because if you need a certain amount of time for discovery, because one side does their discovery, the other side does their discovery, and you've got to work out whether you need to cross-examine, all of that based on the depositions. All of that's got to be compiled. With all of that stuff there, it's really pushing it for time. That is just my view and my opinion. So, as I said, I'm in two minds about it all, because I can see it from both sides. So, this, but as for when the next date is, it's not till March. So there's just, I don't know whether there was apparently a gunman opened fire in a Mexican prison. 10 guards and 4 inmates have passed in El Paso, across the border. So it's Mexican state, across the border from El Paso. I mean, this New Year's started off really badly, to be honest. There's just been 4. There's been 2 helicopters collide in near SeaWorld on the Gold Coast, with 4 people passing. There's an off-duty police officer who drowned after rescuing his son. There's a toddler that's passed after being struck by a car in a driveway. This has all happened in the new year. So, open fire on guards at 7 a.m. on Sunday. At least 24 inmates escaped and 13 people were injured. But it looks like a war zone, doesn't it? They possibly, Terry, they may watch them in the court. If you remember the Barilaro Shanks trial or the Barilaro Google, they actually sat and watched the videos, which I found to be amusing that they did. So that may happen. Do you know anything about Jordan? I don't. I doubt anyone does, but we wish him and his team. Yeah, I've not heard anything about him. I think he's still just laying low because of the firebombing. Yes, and I wish him well too. And we miss seeing him. We miss you. I live in Texas, and it's going to get really bad. Yeah, so. Yeah, and then 13. So, in addition to those that were killed, 13 were wounded, and 24 inmates have escaped. So, will they, Terry? Are they likely to try and get across the border? Are they likely to try and get into Texas, or are they likely to stay in Mexico? Because wouldn't you want to, if you escaped, wouldn't you want to try and get across the border? And then there was a riot in August where 11 people died. So yeah, that's interesting. So I wonder whether they're going to try and cross the border. Oh, they will. So does that mean then that so does that mean then that the Texan police now are on alert in order to try and make sure that they don't get across? So that means Texas is red alert. Hey Cal, did you watch the Big Bash last night? And if you did you think that was, what do you reckon about that rule? It was a great moment. But I tell you, it's controversial. I'll have to show it to people so they know what I'm talking about. Because it was I'm a little bit, I'm confused by the rule because I thought the ball was out of play when he first touched it. You will end up as a wow. Yeah. All right. Oh. Of course, no catch, not out. Totally disagree with the rule. So I spoke to it, and I know for all of you that are in America, you're probably not going to understand. This is like Australia. I was speaking to an umpire that said the rule had recently changed, and he said the rule sucked. The new rule sucked, but it was in confines of the rules. But they hate the rule. So look, Llama Girl, just going to go on to Llama Girl again. Llama Girl's shared a little bit more of the roll-off. That's, I mean, because oh, my computer is just going stupid. I can't get up what I want. So she was saying that her degree was in the field, and she got called. That is not the picture I wanted. Because she got called out. She got called out for what is that? I mean, up. Here we go. You can't jump into the crowd, jump off the seat. Well, I think actually the interesting thing was that there was the comment about tapping the ball all the way around the boundary. That would be interesting. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Hang on, I can't get the page I want. Can't get the picture that I want. All right, here we go. So she got corrected by. So this is. He said Pinochet was in Chile. You literally have no idea what you're talking about, and you're asking me to get educated like a true reactionary. Just perfect, chef's kiss. And then to that, she says, I know he was in Chile. I misspoke about things that happened in Argentina. I do know what I'm talking about. My degree is in this field. Military dictatorship and communism have plagued Latin America for years. So she got something wrong and got called out on it. And then she goes, yes, I knew that it was wrong. My degree's in that field. So why would you misspeak if you knew what you were talking about? So thank you to Llama Girl for this as well. And then someone says, Rogoloff, isn't that the Little People Big World family? Yep. Is there a way to get this sent to the sun or something? And then she goes, they have reporters that follow me. Most online publishers do. So it will get out there. So apparently she's followed by everybody, she's saying. Well, I mean, it could get out there that she got called out, she got owned. Yeah. So and anyway, so that was that. The other thing Llama Girl's been doing, she's been clipping she's been doing the Michelle stuff for us as well. So she's been doing that as well, thankfully. So we don't have to do it. Oh, so yeah, here we go. This is a video. This is
I'm gonna dox you. That's my goal for 2023. I'm gonna dox your ass. I've got all of your information. I've got awesome mods too, and I'm going to dox your ass. That is one of my goals for 2023. You dare me to dox you? What are you gonna do to me? You dare me? Ooh, Francis. Ooh, Francis. You dare me? Ooh, what are you gonna do to me when I dox you? Ooh, Francis. Ooh, what are you gonna do to me, Tupac?
People watch this. People give this woman money.
Ooh, I'm so scared of you, Tupac. Ooh, what are you gonna do to me? Ooh, I'm so scared. What are you gonna do to me, Tupac? I've got all of your information. All of it. Because I've got big mods. I'm gonna do it. Do it. I'm gonna dox Tupac's wife. You fucking deserve it. For everything you said about my ex-husband and me, you're getting doxed. 2023 is a new fucking year for me. And you are getting doxed, Tupac's wife. All of it. Name, first, middle, last. Now, you best be careful, bitch. First, middle, last name, date of birth, your address, kids, everything. You're getting doxxed first, Tupac. Do it right now. Oh, I'm not going to do it right now, honey. You're about to see what's going to happen, Tupac. You think I'm fucking with you? Everybody stands behind me, and she's going first.
You would not think there would be somebody worse, hey, Cal?
I don't know my own time, but you're getting doxxed. Not the kids. Oh, yes, the kids. Oh, yes, the kids. She said that I murdered my son. Oh, kids, everything. Family, mom, dad, aunts, uncles. I've got everything on YouTube, huh? See, because my mods are really smart. Tupac, you're done.
So notice how she says about her mods, right? She doesn't do anything herself. The other thing is that she also said that she's going to have her mods watch all the channels, and if we stream her for more than or do something, that they're going to fill in forms to report the videos. Now, what's really interesting to that is that they would actually have to say that they were Michelle. So therefore they would be committing fraud. And that's illegal. So there's so many things that came out of her 11-hour live last night that I felt was illegal. But yes, you would not have thought that there was somebody more annoying. Would you? Heaven forbid. Oh dear. I still want to know how they haven't taken down that video. So and I know we're flicking between Katie Joy and Michelle, but I mean, I really don't know which one is really that worse. So again, back to Katie Joy, she posted about this. My college degree is in Spanish. My specialty was Latin American culture. Part of my degree was studying the communist regime. I meant immigrants who fled Cuba and other regimes in Central America. I can assure Jacob that not a single person I've met that fled wanted to leave but was forced to leave. These innocent people were displaced, others murdered, and they lost their family, friends, and their culture. So apparently her degree was in Spanish studies, but I don't know. But I digress. So it's bizarre, isn't it? I'm going to have to get up and move in a minute. I've been sitting for about an hour. I'm finding two things since my surgery. And it's going to be 3 weeks this week. I can't stay in a particular position for very long, particularly if I'm sitting. I can't bend over very well, and I get tired very easily. I cannot believe how tired I get. And I have to make a decision tonight whether I'm going to work at the Australian Open. I've got to go pick up my accreditation tomorrow, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to get into town. I think that's going to be too much for me. I was hoping somebody clipped the part where she talked about her personal training, and that she was going to give, and Michelle was going to give her Patreons personal training lessons. And you pay $10. You pay $15 a month, and you can have a one-on-one phone call, a private phone call with her once a month. That would be interesting. What would you talk about? Oh, of course, Cal. We need new topics. I know, but here's the thing, Cal. They bring in lots. I have to admit, they do both of these women are like train crashes that people can't look away from. and people like watching them. So it's really bizarre. But yes, I'm interested to have. I'm interested in other topics as well. So look, I'm happy if you want to give me some topics. But I have to admit they bring in views, and I need to take that into account. But I don't want it to be fully just all of that. That's why I've got my planning videos. That's something different. That's why I've got to do an update on the Crikey Murdoch case. I've got to do that. I've got to do some other stuff. But at the moment, I'm just looking for stuff that's quick and easy because of the way that I'm feeling at the moment. Anything that takes me, too long, I just can't do it. I just can't do it at the moment. So, I mean, it could be the end of the month. I'll go back to the doctor and I'll get my full clearance. So probably until the end of January, I'm going to be all over the place. So, yeah, no, that's all right. I try and do the hard look. I try and do the best bits, Terry. I don't know if there are best bits, but I know when I was resting yesterday, I was watching and I just was shocked. Couldn't believe it. I mean, the drink driving video I had to record because it was just so blatantly rude, and I felt for everybody that had lost people due to drink driving, and I'm being told by people that live around that area that what she was doing was illegal. So, but as I said to him in one of my comments, I can only talk about what happens, how it would be dealt with in Australia, and I can't talk about how drink driving is dealt with in other parts of the world. So, talking about the Australian Open, Kokonakis and Kyrgios, or the Ks, what are they called? The special Ks are going to team up again for doubles. Was it the special Ks they called it? And Anita Pointer, the second oldest sister of the Pointer sisters, she passed away. She was 74. We had a whole poll go before the new year. Now we've started the new. What else have we got? So this is what I was talking about. So this is so we're going to go to quicker. I know, and I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but that's how my brain's working at the moment. So for those of you that don't know, so we have a game called cricket. Yeah. And last night there was controversial. So there was over the law of cricket. So the first contact must be made inside the boundary and the fielder can't be touching the ball and the ground be on the boundary at the same time. That's the law. I'm just saying if there is footage of it. Because it was pretty freaky. No, there's not. I thought they might have had footage of it. Was that it? Oh yes, here we go. Watch this. I mean, this is good, right? This is good, but whether it's out or not is up for discussion. So we'll have a look. So what's your call, out or a 6? So essentially, generally, if it goes over the rope,
That's good.
if it goes over the rope.
Here we go.
So if the ball goes over the rope on the full, it's a 6. If it bounces before the rope, it is a 4, okay? So this is slowed down. This is the controversial thing because the guy was caught and he was out. So let's have a look. Hi, Bo. Oh, it's very clever. Like, as I was saying to somebody last night, it was a good grab. I just don't know that I could, all in good conscience, say it was out. Here we go. He caught it.
Right, that's good. Releases before he.
Throws it up.
This is.
So technically,
magic bullet theory. If he somehow.
He's in the air again.
Hang on.
Throws it.
Did start out of the field of play though.
So what happens is, if you catch the ball and you step over the line, it's out. It doesn't count as a 6, and it's not out. You see, sorry, it'd be a 6, and it's not out. Now, what's fascinating here is that he got the ball, he threw it up in the air, and he jumped back up in the air while it was still in the air, so his feet never actually touched the ground. His feet never touched the ground with the ball. Because the moment his feet touches the ground with the ball in his hands, it's a 6, you see? And this is what the controversy is. Let's have a look.
Here we go. Right, that's good. Releases before he.
Up. Oh! Oh!
Magic bullet theory. If he somehow.
Up in the air.
Oh, hang on.
Throws it.
Did start out of the field of play though.
So that is the controversy, and so there are arguments. Should be judged on where the feet left from. If you're in the air but your last contact was outside the rope, that's where you should be considered. Why don't you post the law instead of just throwing it out to Twitter? That would be less fun. So everybody, see, now this was given a 6. Again, that's that was given a 6 under the same rule. So needs to be a 6. So the internet is divided. So anyway, so under the merits of the law, technically it is out. It was given out. But lots of people think, including Cal, that it should be a 6. I'm sort of on the fence. I think it should have been a 6 myself. And it changed the whole nature of the game. The whole nature of the game. So that's what everyone's talking about. So I could do it's a Big Bash. It's cricket. Bo? It's cricket. The rule is dumb. As I said, the umpire friend that I have said to me the rule was dumb. Oh dear. EKC shared this. Learn how to spot red flags and warning signs of cult leaders. You've got Robert Shin in front of a BMW, or his son in front of a BMW, and you've got Katie Choi in front of a BMW. Is that the same type of BMW, I wonder? Oh, no, BMW i8. She's got an X7. And it says, she says, I found this photo on Isaiah's Facebook. He's posing with a BMW i8, which retails for around $160,000. So you've got to be careful what you post, because it will sometimes come back to bite you. So Post-truth, you should have no fear. Well, that's true. As long as it's truthful, that you should not have a fear of the truth. That's right. But if you're saying that because somebody owns a BMW that they're a cult leader, and then you go and buy a BMW, I'm just saying. Oh, dear. So, you shouldn't have it. You shouldn't have to. I mean, you shouldn't have to make things up either. You should be able to just, if you speak the truth, you should be fine. You know. So, yeah. All right. Well, on that note, I am going to head off. I want to thank you all for joining me. BMWs suck. Oh dear. I don't see a lot of them around my area. Oh, I was going to say we are poor. But yeah, so that's what's happening. So with Michelle, so whether she's going to come after me and dox me, I wish her well, because I live in Australia where privacy is very highly protected. Go for it. If she wants to, because and we have very big cyber laws. Well, they're still not perfect, but they're better. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. I'll hope to be on again possibly tomorrow. We'll just have to see how at the moment, everything's a day-by-day basis, and just a matter of see how I feel. Because I'm as I said, I'm not feeling amazing at the moment. I'm feeling pretty flat. So major surgery will do that, and particularly when you're $2,500 out of pocket with private health insurance. So with Medicare and private health insurance. But if I'd gone the public system and had it done for free, I probably would still be waiting, and it needed to be done rather urgently. So in the end, so I paid for it. But anyway, that's life, isn't it? Anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me, and I will catch you again next time. Please make sure you hit like, please, and if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this from the bushes, and you're watching from behind the bushes, say hello, and I'll catch you again next time. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. So until then, bye.